Stock Watchman, welcome to your Sunday watch list and happy Father's Day, by the way. I'm going to be going over 3 of the 6 stocks that I have in mind going into next week. We're going over Chargepoint, Wells Fargo, and Mastercard. For all 6 of the stocks that I'm looking at going into next week with exact strike price, expiration date, and DCA opportunities, head over and join us at Trendsi Trades. You guys, the first stock I am looking at is going to be Chargepoint. The reason I'm looking at Chargepoint and possibly playing puts next week is we're creating a couple things here. One, head and shoulders pattern. When you have a head, shoulder, and a shoulder, typically when this pattern plays out, you want to be looking for a push to the downside. Now, the other thing I'm looking at too is we are too far extended up into this red section. Now, this means that your money movement in the market is being too far extended and a reversal should be coming here soon. Now, down on Trendsi, you can tell that when we get into the section, we start stepping in a downward movement, the stock likes to go in a downward movement as well. When our middle band also switches over from green to red, meaning from bullish to bearish, this is also another great sign that the overall stock is going to be in a decline. So going into next week, I do want to be looking out for Chargepoint. Next one, Wells Fargo. I want to actually be looking at playing longs or going calls on Wells Fargo next week. Now the reason being, down here on our dashboard, when we get into this green buying zone or this accumulation stage in the market, just as we've done in the past here, we like to see a little bit of a push higher. Now this also, if we turn on our regression trend, is also hitting the bottom here. Now historically, I like to see this as a push higher. So going into next week, our money movement, since we are still stepping in upper direction, we also got a green key EMA crossover, and our middle band is now green, meaning bullish momentum. I want to be looking for a push higher on Wells Fargo. All right, guys, the last one I'm looking at is Mastercard. Similar setup as Wells Fargo because we are in this downward bearish regression trend, but typically when it respects this area, we do see a push higher when our money movement is stepping back into the market. Right now, our money movement is making higher lows and we are heading in the upper direction. So I do want to keep an eye out for Mastercard next week to be playing calls in the market. Now, ideally, I do want to see this middle band down here on your dashboard switch over to green, which shows bullish momentum overall. Right now, we have not shifted into that, so I do want to just keep an eye on this going into next week, but I do think Mastercard could be a great opportunity. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you next week. Take care.